Hello, friends. Good evening, and welcome to another session with me, Varun, on Pravatic. And in this session, we will be talking about the basics, the core basics of visualization. This is the seventh video, and you must be wondering, how come, we've been working on something which is on an upper level in the first videos and then on the basics. Doing this would be the most appropriate, because when you work on easier things and go to the next level, that is one kind. And when you look at something which is big and then probably take a deeper look at the basics, here you would be more engrossed, and then you can try them back on the same thing which we have tried in the advanced models, right? So now let us just understand what is the agenda of this session, right? The agenda of this session would be to look at the basics of visualization, and also in this way we would try to answer some questions that are very frequently asked in the interview. So this is the you know piece of code that I have for you. And in this, okay, let me just go to environment, right? So now here, the first thing that I would be beginning with is I am taking a set of five numbers and I am pushing it into the variable cars. All right. And now after I push it into cars, all right, I have it here, an array of 1 to 5 numbers, which is 1, 3, 12, 7, and 5, the same as you can see. All right, and then I am just using a plot of my cars, and as you can see, I have a scatter plot. So here this goes with 1, then we have 3, then we have 12, 7, and this is 5. And this is the index, not to get confused, which is the reason why he's mentioned it here. All right, and then let us say you want to look at what is the what does plot do. We can just type a question mark plot, or you can go to your help and search. In the previous videos we've seen how to come here and search explicitly, but then this is a method in which we don't have to search explicitly, but then you can just type in the keyword which is preceded by a question mark, and it should do the thing for you. And this can be applied to anything that you are probably looking for. Okay, as we I'm sorry, as we go ahead, we would be coming across something called as linear model. And when you want to check about linear model, you can just come here and check. So yeah, it is, or it would be useful for a huge range of things. So it would be nice if you can know it. All right, now here we are basically searching about plot. Okay, and as we saw earlier, when we talk about a plot, we have different types of plot. Okay, wherein P is for points, L is for lines, B is for both, C is for lines, and O is for overplotted, H is for histogram like, and S is for stage steps. So here I have implemented some of them, and we can just go ahead and check each of them. All right, now when you are working on them, you can try changing the color, you can try giving it a title, you can try giving it more and more features from the previous videos which we have seen, wherein we have seen advanced plotting, and it can be used like that. Okay, so here I'm going with plot. All right, and this is my plot. Okay, so I have my 1, 2, and here I have O. So O would basically give me a line kind of a plot. Then let's check out P. P is a scatter plot. Then I'm going with L. L is a very simple line graph. So O is both. Okay, so in O, I had a mixture of scatter plot and line as well. And then here I have S, which is staircase type. So here you can see I have a steps kind of an arrangement. All right. So these are the different kinds, and there are other kinds also, which I have just showed to you in help. Okay, so what are the other kinds that we have not tried? We have H, we have C. You can try all these and you can check how your plots would react and what would be the different other ways in which you can check. All right, and guys, if you have noticed, there is no huge difference between the coding there and here. What we saw there is just an extended version of this, and now I'm pretty sure you would be able to relate to things, because this is a much easier version of what we have already seen. Okay, now the next step that we would be looking at is how to add a title. Okay, now in order to do that, I'm using the function with the word title, and what would my title be? It would be vehicles. Okay, the color would be main and the font of my title would be 4. So now let me do that, and here it goes, right? So you're all able to see that I have my thing in red. And now if I want to change the size, I can. I'm also changing, the font, not only the size. Okay, there's another font, there's another font. Well, the fonts definitely do look a bit, a bit dumb. But then, yeah, it's always good that you start with things which are very basic, and then you take it on to the next level. There are also some very brilliant fonts that you could use, but then we can explore that at a later stage. All right. Now let us see how do we define two vectors. Okay. So here I'm basically taking two vectors, one with the name cars and another with the name trucks. But then I would just want you to note that the numbers here and the numbers here are entirely. So here I'm just considering four variables. So now done, done. All right. So now what we are doing is I'm now plotting my cars with the type O, which is an overlap kind of a graph in which I would be having a scatter and a line as well, with the color to be blue, and my Y limit would be from 0 to 12. Y limit is the range that you would want to give. So now I'm hitting an enter, and here when I do this, you can see that the limit is from 0 to 12. All right, and this is an overlap kind of a graph, and the color is in blue. Now I would want to kind of come up with something else. That is, I would want to graph the trucks with red dashed lines. And okay, so now let me just execute this, and then I think reading it out would make more sense. All right, so now what am I doing here? I am just using lines, and in that I'm plotting my trucks, the type to be O, and also my PCH would be 52. So PCH is the size of this, which you're able to see, the huge intersection, the point that we have here. And when I give this to be 2, you can see how the spacing varies, and my color is to be red. So now we'll just try varying these. I will reduce this to 30. All right, and you can see that these values are unimplemented. Okay, now, and why is that happening, guys? Anyone? I would just leave a while for you to think about that answer and let me know. Okay, and now I am going ahead and implementing it, and now we come up with the title. All right, so now let us just delete this so that you can see what is the difference. Okay, so here I am now plotting my cars again. Okay, and on top of this I'm coming up with lines, and now you see they are so thin, they're almost as good as not seen. All right, now I can again go ahead and increase this to probably 70, and now we'll see what difference we have. So now I execute line number 1, and then I execute my line number 2. Okay, so here you can see that they are now a bit huge. Okay, so now I am now trying to edit this. This is 2 as of now. I will change this to 6. All right, so again executing my top line and then my bottom line. So now you can see that it is much more minimized. And now if I keep this to 1, you would see that they would be as broad as possible. Okay, so here it goes. They are now almost connected, and we now change this to probably 3, and see, because 2 it was earlier, and now you will be able to probably understand the difference. So this is how it keeps varying. All right, and then it's time for us to add the title, and I'm keeping the font size, the font main to be 4. And if you want, you can just change this and see, you will be having some good results. All right, now in my next variable I'm again considering cars with 5 elements in it, and this time I would want to use a bar plot. And if I want to use a bar plot, a very simple bar plot, then I would just be doing bar plot of cars, and here it goes. This is my bar plot, and this is not very easy, very difficult to understand. It's pretty easy. All right, and here you can see that you have the same things, which is 1, 3, 12, 7, and 5, all of them plotted, right? We can also try changing the numbers. So here, let me just add another number like 7, and probably one like 20, okay, 23. And here I hit an enter, and I hit bar plot, and you can see the scales have now changed. So this is how the behavior of a bar plot works, and this is how you can start working on bar plots and gain further insights. All right, now we'll do another thing. Here I'm again considering a set of random elements, which is numbers. Okay, and I'm passing them into a this time. Okay, the name is just a, nothing complex. Okay, so here I'm passing it, and this time, if you can see, I'm adding in a lot of features or attributes that you have within help. I would want all of you to hit the question mark bar plot, pause the video for a second, and just see what are the different attributes that you have within a bar plot. So I'm giving the title to be cars, I'm giving my X label to be days, I'm giving my Y label to be total, and I am giving the names argument, which would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and just naming them. All right, I'm giving the borders to be blue, and each of them should be having the respective densities that you're able to see here. So now let me just go ahead and hit an enter, and when I do this, here it goes. You can see that I have my values. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and we are not able to understand what is the 10, 20, right? So now if you can just zoom this and see, you can see the density is increasing. This is very less dense, and this is very highly dense. So that is how we are trying to bring about a difference. All right, now you can also try this for different densities. For example, now I'll change this to 70. Okay, and we'll change this to 10. All right, and we can check. Okay, now I would again execute this line, and let me zoom this. Here you can see that this is pretty dark, and this is the second. Because this is 10, this has now changed. So this is how things vary. All right, now in my next step, I'm again, okay, so this is just some more changed values, and then we'll just see how to probably change the color in a bar plot, in the same bar plot. Now in order to do that, I'm just adding one feature, and that is color. Color is equal to rainbow, and I'm adding 5 colors in my rainbow here. So when I do that, it would automatically take in 5 colors, and it would populate them. So now I can just hit on zoom, and when I do this, here it goes, and they're all arranged in terms of their density: red, blue, green, yellow, and I think this is also pretty close to orange or red is what I suppose. All right, so this is what I have in this video for you. I hope you have understood. All right, so guys, please practice them, and let me be very honest that plots, which is visualization, and all that what we've seen till now, I mean, the core essentials, they are very, very important for us to handle anything that we would be going, or that any data scientist would be doing, in real time scenario, or, for that case, it could be anywhere. So that is why I would request each and every one of you to be very strong in their basics, at least as far as data visualization and data manipulation and, data extrapolation is concerned. All right. And if you have any queries, please feel free to reach out to us. I am sure you know what is the number, and you have the right email ID, and that is prava.tech. If it is the Skype, and if it is an email, you can reach out to us at hello@pravatech.com, and 814-711-254 is the number you can reach out to if in case you would want to get in touch with us. Thanks a lot. This is me, Varun, signing out, hoping to see you in the next video.